Hey, Bulls and Bears. It is Thursday, April 1st, 2021. Thank you, everybody, for joining in today. Just wanted to bring you some updated news. And before we get started, we want to just clarify a few things here. Now, a lot of times, if you read down the comments, you'll see things like, hey, JJ, he's a perma bear, or he's always doomish and gloomish. And I just wanted to clear this up. Not necessarily. Now, once the data shows a reversal in this economy, once we start seeing the numbers show recovery instead of continued failure or continued worsening of the situation, then we'll report on it. But that's not what we're seeing. So I just wanted to put that out there. And also, when it comes to bullishness and bearishness, we need to look at what we're talking about. If you're talking about the general economy and the middle class and the working class, well, it's definitely bearish at this point because nothing's being done to solve all the problems that so many middle class people, working Americans, are facing right now. All right, now when it comes to the markets, that's completely different. If you're talking about the markets, I am bullish. Now anything could change, but so far we've been seeing nothing but support and propping from the money printers from the Fed. And we're going to talk about Jerome Powell and his gang today. All right, so make sure to keep that in your mind, that there's not just one simple solution as far as being bullish or bearish, right? There's the economy, with the real economy, with the working class, the people that have to go out and make a living and actually work. And then there's the other economy, which is the markets, the manipulation, what we call the handout economy. Now we're seeing unprecedented actions here in the world, not just the United States, but we're seeing stimulus checks now being given out even to people that work, because the cost of living is rising so much. We have record numbers of people now that have full-time jobs that still cannot keep up with the rising prices and the cost of living. And just to kind of sum up what's happening here, the American working class is in big, big trouble. We have unprecedented levels of spending, and guess who's going to be on the hook for that? The working class. They're going to take more and more of your paycheck. So you're going to have more people incentivized to go ahead and sit on the sidelines for handouts and what ultimately is going to be universal basic income. But people near the money, near the top, they are going to continue to get wealthier and wealthier. And yes, if you play the markets right, if you play your cards right, you can profit and still do okay during these times. But it's going to get more difficult, especially for people that are non-investors or people that are not active in the markets. And even people that are active in the markets, I read somewhere that 9 out of 10 day traders actually fail because of all of the manipulation that's happening behind the scenes with the brokers. And we saw some of that just a few months ago when we had the Robinhood scandal. We've been talking about it here on this channel for years, but if you didn't know, the markets are manipulated. The stockbrokers, they can see your trades. They can do what they need to do to try to get the trade in their favor and to shake out as many Main Street traders or day traders as possible, to allow the big money, the hedge funds, the institutions, to make bigger and bigger profits from these trades. So altogether, a lot more people, there's more money lost in the markets when it comes to middle class investors or the average investor versus money that's made. Right now, we're going to get into some pretty sad news, some bad news regarding utility bills. We still have millions of people behind on their utility bills, and it almost made my eyeballs pop out of my head when I saw the total number of people and the total amount that these people are going to owe on their utilities. Just a couple reports ago, we talked about they extended the housing lifeline. So now the eviction ban has been extended now another 3 months to the end of June. Just these simple reports here should tell you that there really is not much of a recovery. Even though the markets are up, the manipulated numbers look good, the unemployment number actually looks good, but we know that it's fake, phony, and false. And let's go ahead and uncover some more of the truth here. NPR.org, fiasco waiting to happen. Millions at risk of losing power over unpaid bills. We still have, the number is still in the millions of people behind on their utility bills. Again, where is the economic recovery? From this report, millions of people are at risk of losing electricity in the coming weeks because of unpaid power bills, even as Congress has authorized billions of dollars in supplemental relief. So billions of dollars in relief, and people still cannot pay their bills. So where is the money actually going, right? So the $1,400 stimulus checks, that's pretty good, but why is there still millions of people after billions in dollars of supplemental relief Why is there still millions of people that cannot pay their utility bills, right? That was a rhetorical question. I think most of you know the answer to that. More from this article, quote, "It's a fiasco waiting to happen," said Owen Quinlan, Vice President of Data Science and Analytics at Arcadia, a renewable power marketing firm. And they've been monitoring the rise in unpaid bills, which puts millions of people in danger of having their power turned off. And an example they give here is Michael Driscoll from Iowa went without power for several months. Quote, "Without electricity, it's almost impossible to live in today's society. You can't refrigerate your food. You can't do laundry. You can't set an alarm clock. You can't charge your cell phone," unquote. Add to that, file your taxes. Most people now do their own taxes, and with no power, no laptop, no computer, good luck with that. And you're going to have the tax collector knocking on your door. More from this article, Driscoll's power was shut off to his home over an unpaid utility bill for $2,000 after he lost his job at a meatpacking plant, and he has little chance of catching up. And listen to this, with millions of people having lost jobs during the pandemic, unpaid bills more than doubled to an estimate $27 billion. $27 billion, that's with a B. And while many states placed additional limits on power shutoffs, many that kept the lights on and meters kept running, their bills kept piling up. Right, so the freeze on the shutting off the power did not stop the back due bills from accumulating. So now we have people with tens of thousands of dollars worth of energy bills that they need to somehow get caught up on. And even with a nearly $2 trillion stimulus package, which was supposed to help the people, obviously it didn't. It didn't, because people are still behind. Okay, so let's look at the numbers here. $27 billion in unpaid utility bills across the country. $27 billion. And from this article, Congress authorized an extra $4.5 billion in energy assistance as part of the $1.9 trillion relief package passed earlier this month. So let's see here, $4.5 billion out of the $1.9 trillion, but yet back due utility bills are $27 billion. Something's not adding up here. All right, so guess what? The $1.9 trillion relief package is not going to help even 20% of the people that need help. And I'll be surprised if any of that money gets passed along to the people that actually need it. All right, so let's be honest here. The funds get looted. Special interests get the money. It gets sent all over the globe for all these different projects that most people have no idea what they even do. But I guess everything's okay. I mean, Jerome Powell's out there. He's praising the economic recovery, and he sees the Fed pulling back after substantial progress. So if you didn't know it, the economy is making substantial progress. Quote here, the Fed Chairman Powell said the economy has recovered more quickly than expected thanks in large to the stimulus and the pokes there. Okay, so let's check in on the recovery here with the jobs numbers. Just out today, April 1st, weekly jobless claims higher than expected. There we go again, higher than expected. Nobody expected this. Huge shock, huge surprise. Looks like Jerome Powell hasn't read the article here. But again, a larger number, 719,000, so went up from last week. And I said this, that eventually there's going to be not many jobs left to lose. So while we're bleeding jobs, the fake, phony number, the unemployment number, keeps going lower, giving the illusion of an economic recovery. So I guess the people out there pushing the narrative that there's an economic recovery are just thinking that people are too dumb to read basic headlines and look at basic numbers. So here's a look here at the chart. Now let's just take the number here, 719,000 new jobless filings. Multiply that by 4. Let's just say 700,000. Multiplied by 4, that'll give us pretty close to the monthly amount. So we've got about 2.8 million people filing new unemployment claims each month. 2.8 million. Now look at jobs added for the entire month of March was 517,000. So what does this mean? I mean, a lot more jobs are still being lost versus gained, but yet the unemployment number is still going down. Most of you know this by now. It's a huge scam. It's a huge deception. And I think a lot of people have false hope now of this economic recovery. And we just want to give you the real economic reality, right? Another dose of economic reality today. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate your support on this channel. Please make sure that you are subscribed and that you like these videos, share these videos, notification bell, all that stuff, and come back for more. Thanks everybody for your support. Bless you. I appreciate you being here. I'm so thankful for you listening to this today. Thanks everybody. Bye for now. Peace.